So, driving while under the influence, resisting arrest, malicious damage to property. That's just the tip of the iceberg. What the hell has gotten into you?
Dylan and Nancy were in a horrible car accident on State. Dylan called
to wish you happy birthday. I don't know what shit you're still taking, Jack, but Nancy and Dylan are both fine.
Those pills.
Thankfully, I've known the judge for nearly 2 decades, and I was able to get all of these charges dropped.
That's great, Tom. That's why you're my lawyer. You're the best.
On the condition that you do PC 1000.
What is that, like a drug?
No. It's a drug diversion program that you must attend. Now, there's a group session and an individual session. It meets once a week for 10 weeks downtown.
Week? A group session? You're gonna send me to some shrink?
No, it's not therapy. It's a recovery program. And I think it'll do you some good.
I'm gonna be surrounded by lowlifes and junkies.
Well, then you'll fit right in. By the way, I'm suspending your license until you complete the program.
What the fuck, Tom? You're my lawyer. You're supposed to get me out of this shit, not send me to
I
it.
am a counselor at law. And as a counselor at law, first and foremost, I think this will do you some good.
How am I supposed to get downtown twice a week?
You can spare some change to catch the bus. Hey, I was wondering, you wouldn't happen to have any more of that medicine, would you?
After putting up with those two, I'd be crazy if I didn't.
Well, I drove down here with them, so you can imagine how I feel. You wouldn't mind sharing, would you?
Only this one time. Come on.
Well, okay, just let them know.
You live far from here?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Well, I can give you a ride home.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, let them know not to wait for me.
Hurry up.
All right. Catherine, you made a deal with Vincent Amoroso. Now, how could you not know that you were getting in bed with the mob? Now, look, as your attorney, I'll do what I can to get you out of it financially. But I'm more concerned about you and your family. You could be in a lot of danger. You better watch your back. And when I say I'm impotent, I mean I've even lost my desire for work. And that's a hell of a lot more of a primal passion than sex. I've lost my purpose, the only thing that I truly ever loved. And I don't have any reason to live anymore. Because it is all bullshit anyway, isn't it? Transplants and antibodies. We manufacture genes. We can produce birth ectogenetically. Hell, we can practically clone people like carrots. And half the kids in this goddamn ghetto haven't even been inoculated for polio. And that's all that's standing between us now, Victor, an illusion. That I kicked them in the face, and that you must uphold them against me. But I only saw then what you're seeing now. There was nothing here to betray. You don't want the truth, because deep down inside, in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, and loyalty. We use these words as a backbone to a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. Son, we live in a world with walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? Or you, Lieutenant Weiler? I have an MD from Harvard. I'm board certified in cardiothoracic medicine and trauma surgery. I have been awarded citations from 7 different medical boards in New England, and I am never, ever absent or call in sick. So let me ask you, when someone comes into that chapel and they fall down on their knees and they begin to pray to Almighty God that their wife doesn't miscarry, or that their daughter doesn't bleed to death, or that their mother doesn't suffer acute neural trauma from post-operative shock, just who do you think they're praying to? We're not holding anything. Let the Hun do that. America is advancing constantly, and the only thing we're interested in holding on to is the enemy. And we're going to hold on to him by the nose. We're going to kick him in his ass. We're going to kick the hell out of him all the time, and we're going to go through him like crap through a goose. Imagine that, from Booth, the greatest actor of his day, or any day. And it was true, too. And I was only 27 years old. As I look back at it now, that night was the high spot in my career.